Question 1. What does this road sign indicate? A. You must stop completely. B. You have right of way. C. Give way to other traffic. D. Speed limit 60 kilometers per hour. Answers is C. Give way to other traffic. The sign means you must give way to all other traffic before proceeding, but you don't necessarily have to stop if the way is clear. Question 2. What action is prohibited by this sign? A. Making a U-turn. B. Parking on the roadside. C. Overtaking other vehicles. D. Turning left ahead. Answers is C. Overtaking other vehicles. This sign indicates that overtaking other vehicles is not permitted from this point onwards until an end of no overtaking sign is displayed. Question 3. When driving, what is the best way to maintain a safe following distance from the vehicle in front? A. Use the rule. B. Drive as close as possible. C. Use the rule. D. Follow closely at high speed. Answers is C. Use the rule. The rule is a widely recommended method for maintaining a safe following distance under normal driving conditions. In poor conditions, increase this to 4 seconds or more. Question 4. What does this sign indicate drivers must do? A. Stop completely. B. Turn left only. C. Enter a roundabout. D. Expect a sharp curve. Answers is C. Enter a roundabout. This sign indicates that you are approaching or entering a roundabout. Drivers must give way to any vehicle already in the roundabout. Question 5. What must you do if you encounter a school bus stopped with its flashing red lights on? A. Overtake carefully. B. Drive past slowly. C. Stop until lights cease. D. Honk to warn children. Answers is C. Stop until lights cease. In most Australian states, you must stop and wait until the flashing red lights are off and the bus has moved on, or the driver signals it is safe to proceed. This is to protect children. Question 6. What does this sign prohibit? A. Stopping for any reason. B. Making a U-turn. C. Parking your vehicle. D. Turning right ahead. Answers is C. Parking your vehicle. This sign means you cannot park your vehicle in the area where the sign is displayed. You may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. Question 7. What hazard does this sign warn of? A. Children playing. B. A railway crossing. C. A pedestrian crossing. D. Cyclists ahead. Answers is C. A pedestrian crossing. This sign warns drivers that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for pedestrians. Question 8. When is it illegal to use a mobile phone while driving? A. Only when making calls. B. Only when sending texts. C. At all times handheld. D. Only at traffic lights. Answers is C. At all times handheld. In Australia, it is illegal to use a mobile phone for any function while driving, including when stopped at traffic lights or in congested traffic. Question 9. Which direction must you proceed? A. Turn left only. B. Turn right only. C. Proceed straight. D. Make a U-turn. Answers is C. Proceed straight. This mandatory sign indicates that you must proceed straight ahead in the direction of the arrow. Question 10. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Steep ascent ahead. B. Road narrows. C. Steep descent ahead. D. Uneven road. Answers is C, steep descent ahead. This sign warns drivers of a steep descent ahead. You should select a lower gear to use engine braking and control your speed. Question 11. What road feature does this sign warn about? A, steep descent, B, hump or bump, C, uneven road, D, road narrows. Answers is B, hump or bump. This sign warns drivers of a hump or bump in the road surface ahead, such as a speed hump. Slow down to prevent damage or discomfort. Question 12. What turn is prohibited by this sign? A, no left turn, B, no U-turn, C, no right turn, D, no overtaking. Answers is C, no right turn. This prohibitory sign indicates that turning right is not allowed at this intersection or junction. Question 13. What driving condition does this sign warn about? A, rough road surface, B, slippery road, C, loose gravel, D, road narrows. Answers is B, slippery road. This sign warns that the road surface ahead may be slippery, especially in wet conditions. Reduce your speed and drive with extra caution. Question 14. Before changing lanes, what is the correct procedure? A, signal and change immediately. B, check mirrors, signal blind spot. C, increase speed and change. D, only check mirrors. Answers is B, check mirrors, signal blind spot. Always check your mirrors, indicate your intentions with your signal, and then perform a head check of your blind spot before changing lanes to ensure it is safe. Question 15. What type of road does this sign indicate? A, two-way traffic, B, no entry, C, one-way road, D, dead-end street. Answers is C, one-way road. This sign indicates that the road ahead is a one-way street, meaning all traffic flows in the same direction. Question 16. What hazard is by this sign? A, traffic congestion, B, roadworks ahead, C, slippery road, D, pedestrian crossing. Answers is B, roadworks ahead. This sign warns drivers of roadworks ahead. You should slow down, be prepared for changes in road conditions, and follow any temporary traffic instructions. Question 17. What directions are permitted at this intersection? A, straight or left, B, left or right, C, straight or right, D, U-turn only. Answers is C, straight or right. This sign indicates that traffic may either proceed straight ahead or turn right from this lane or position. Question 18. What must you do when you see this sign? A, give way only, B, slow down, C, stop and give way, D, proceed with caution. Answers is C, stop and give way. This sign means you must stop your vehicle completely before the stop line, or if no line, before the intersection, and give way to all other traffic. Question 19. What maneuver is forbidden by this sign? A, no left turn, B, no right turn, C, no U-turn, D, no overtaking. Answers is C, no U-turn. This sign clearly indicates that making a U-turn is prohibited at this location. Question 20. What should you do if you become fatigued while driving? A, turn up the radio, B, open window for air, C, pull over and rest, D, drink strong coffee. Answers is C, pull over and rest. Fatigue significantly impairs driving ability. The only effective solution is to stop driving, pull over to a safe place, and take a rest or nap. Question 21. What road condition does this sign indicate? A. Smooth road. B. Steep descent. C. Uneven road. D. Slippery surface. Answer is C. Uneven road. This sign warns drivers of an uneven road surface ahead. You should slow down to avoid losing control or damaging your vehicle. Question 22. How must you pass an obstacle shown by this sign? A. On the left side. B. On the right side. C. On either side. D. Stop and wait. Answer is B. On the right side. This mandatory sign indicates that you must pass the obstacle on the right side of the road. Question 23. Which type of vehicle is prohibited by this sign? A. Passenger cars. B. Motorcycles. C. Goods vehicles. D. Buses. Answer is C. Goods vehicles. This sign prohibits goods vehicles, trucks, or from entering the road or area ahead. Question 24. What does this sign warn about? A. Adult crossing. B. Children ahead. C. School bus stop. D. Playground entry. Answer is B. Children ahead. This sign warns drivers that children may be present or crossing the road ahead, typically near schools or playgrounds. Drive with extreme caution and reduce speed. Question 25. What is forbidden where this sign is present? A. Overtaking. B. Turning. C. Stopping. D. Parking. Answer is C. Stopping. This sign means you are not permitted to stop your vehicle in this area, even for a short time, unless traffic conditions require you to do so, e.g., in a queue. Question 26. When driving in heavy rain, what is the safest practice? A. Use high beams. B. Increase speed. C. Reduce speed, increase gap. D. Drive close to car ahead. Answer is C. Reduce speed, increase gap. Heavy rain reduces visibility and makes roads slippery. Reduce your speed, increase your following distance, and use low beam headlights. Question 27. What does this sign indicate you are entering? A. Motorway. B. Industrial zone. C. Residential area. D. Highway. Answer is C. Residential area. This sign indicates you are entering a residential area or shared zone where pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles share the road, and specific lower speed limits often apply. Question 28. What road condition is by this sign? A. Flat road. B. Sharp curve. C. Steep ascent. D. Road narrows. Answer is C. Steep ascent. This sign warns of a steep ascent ahead. You may need to change to a lower gear to maintain power and speed. Question 29. What type of road does this sign designate? A. Bicycle path. B. Pedestrian zone. C. Road for motor vehicles. D. Shared path. Answer is C. Road for motor vehicles. This sign indicates a road specifically for motor vehicles, often with higher speed limits and restrictions on other road users. Question 30. What does this sign warn about? A. Drawbridge ahead. B. Single track crossing. C. Crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answer is B. Single track crossing. This sign warns of an unguarded railway crossing ahead. Be prepared to stop and look for trains before crossing. Question 31. Which direction must you turn at the intersection? A. Straight ahead. B. Turn left. C. Turn right. D. U-turn. Answer is C. Turn right. This mandatory sign indicates that you must turn right at the upcoming intersection or junction. Question 32. What should you do if you hear an emergency vehicle siren behind you? A. Speed up to get away. B. Pull over to the left and stop. C. Continue driving normally. D. Flash your headlights. Answer is B. Pull over to the left and stop. When an emergency vehicle approaches with flashing lights or sirens, you must safely move out of its path by pulling over to the left side of the road and stopping. Question 33. What road surface condition is A. Smooth pavement. B. Slippery ice. C. Loose gravel. D. Road works ahead. Answer is C. Loose gravel. This sign warns of loose gravel or stone materials on the road surface. Slow down and avoid sudden braking or steering to prevent skidding. Question 34. What is the maximum speed permitted by this sign? A. 60 km per hour. B. 50 km per hour. C. 80 km per hour. D. 100 km per hour. Answer is B. 50. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50 km per hour. You must not exceed this speed. Question 35. When driving through a school zone during operating hours, what is generally the speed limit? A. 60 km per hour. B. 80 km per hour. C. 40 km per hour. D. 100 km per hour. Answer is C. 40. In most Australian states, the speed limit in a school zone during operating hours by signs is 40 km per hour to ensure children's safety. Question 36. What does this sign designate? A. Pedestrian path. B. Motorway entrance. C. Cycle track. D. Shared path. Answer is C. Cycle track. This mandatory sign indicates a cycle track, meaning it is for the exclusive use of cyclists. Question 37. What potential hazard does this sign warn about? A. Pedestrians. B. Wild animals. C. Cattle crossing. D. Cyclists. Answer is C. Cattle crossing. This sign warns drivers that cattle may be crossing or present on the road ahead. Slow down and be prepared to stop for animals. Question 38. What is the correct way to merge onto a freeway or motorway? A. Stop at end of ramp. B. Accelerate to match traffic speed. C. Merge slowly from ramp. D. Always have priority. Answer is B. Accelerate to match traffic speed. You should accelerate on the merge ramp to match the speed of freeway traffic, indicate and merge safely when a gap appears. You must give way to traffic already on the freeway. Question 39. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Sharp left bend. B. Gentle curve right. C. Road narrows. D. Junction ahead. Answer is B. Gentle curve right. This sign warns of a curve to the right ahead. Adjust your speed before entering the curve. Question 40. What does this sign prohibit for vehicles? A. Overtaking. B. Entering. C. Parking. D. U-turn. Answers is B, entering. This sign means do not enter or no entry. It typically indicates a one-way street where you are facing oncoming traffic if you proceed. Question 41. What type of railway crossing is ahead? A. Single track. B. C. Abandoned track. D. Tram crossing. Answers is B. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Be extra cautious as multiple trains may be present. Question 42. What information does this sign convey? A. Speed limits. B. Lane directions. C. Road conditions. D. Parking rules. Answers is B. Lane directions. This sign displays the permitted directions of travel for vehicles in each lane ahead, helping drivers choose the correct lane for their intended turn or straight movement. Question 43. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Airport nearby. B. Bridge ahead. C. Road works. D. Tunnel entrance. Answers is A. Airport nearby. This sign warns drivers that they are in an area where low-flying aircraft may be encountered, often near airports, and noise may be an issue. Question 44. When approaching a railway level crossing without booms or flashing lights, what must you do? A. Speed up to cross. B. Always have priority. C. Slow, look, listen for train. D. Honk horn loudly. Answers is C. Slow, look, listen for train. You must slow down, look in both directions for trains, listen for train horns, and only proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 45. What does this sign alert you to? A. Roadworks. B. New intersection. C. Traffic lights ahead. D. Railway crossing. Answers is C. Traffic lights ahead. This warning sign indicates that there are traffic lights ahead. Be prepared to slow down and stop if necessary. Question 46. What action is forbidden by this sign? A. No parking. B. No stopping. C. No horn sounding. D. No overtaking. Answers is C. No horn sounding. This sign means that the sounding of your vehicle's horn is prohibited in this area, typically in quiet zones like hospitals or residential areas. Question 47. What is the primary purpose of lane markings on the road? A. For pedestrian use. B. Decorate the road. C. Guide and regulate traffic. D. Indicate parking zones. Answers is C. Guide and regulate traffic. Lane markings provide essential guidance to drivers, indicating lanes, permissible overtaking zones, stopping points, and directing traffic flow. Question 48. How should you pass the obstacle shown? A. On the left only. B. On the right only. C. Either side. D. Stop here. Answers is C. Either side. This mandatory sign indicates that you may pass the obstacle on either the left or right side, whichever is safer and appropriate. Question 49. What weather condition does this sign warn about? A. Heavy rain. B. Strong side wind. C. Foggy conditions. D. Ice on road. Answers is B. Strong side wind. This sign warns drivers of strong side winds ahead, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for vehicles or motorcyclists. Be prepared to adjust your steering. Question 50. In Australia, what is generally the rule for vehicles turning right at an intersection with no traffic lights or signs? A. Right turners have priority. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. Turn quickly. D. Drivers on left have priority. Answers is B. Give way to oncoming traffic. When turning right at an intersection without specific controls, you must give way to all oncoming vehicles traveling straight through or turning left.